Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today, we're unraveling all the intricate twists and turns set to shake the bold and the beautiful on Wednesday, February 19th, 2025. If you thought the drama couldn't get any thicker, think again. Secrets are bubbling to the surface, alliances are shifting, and the power struggle at Forrester Creations is more intense than ever. Let's dive into what's ahead for your favorite characters and the shocking moments that will leave fans on the edge of their seats. A mysterious dynamic unfolds, Luna, Remy, and the question of loyalty. The episode introduces an intriguing undercurrent between Luna and Remy Price. While their interactions have remained largely professional, or so it seems, there's an undeniable tension brewing. Is this the beginning of an unexpected alliance, or is Luna falling into a trap she doesn't even realize exists? Remy has always been a wild card, and his ability to manipulate a situation in his favor is nothing short of impressive. Meanwhile, Luna finds herself in a complicated predicament, caught between loyalty and self-preservation. Could her growing connection with Remy be a test, orchestrated by an unseen force pulling the strings behind the scenes? Some fans speculate that this is more than just a flirtation, it could be the beginning of a high-stakes redemption arc, where Luna is forced to make a choice that could change everything. But the real question remains, will she choose wisely, or will she walk straight into a dangerous game she's not prepared for? Finn's struggle for the truth, the power of manipulation. While Luna and Remy's dynamic is one to watch, Finn's personal dilemma is equally gripping. As a man torn between honesty and obligation, Finn is at a crossroads. He desperately wants to tell Steffy the truth about everything. But just as he musters up the courage to do so, Penelope "Poppy" Nozawa steps in, preventing him from revealing what she fears could destroy their fragile peace. Finn's hesitation isn't just about his own fears, it's about the weight of the consequences. He knows that if Steffy learns the truth, their entire foundation could crumble. But at what point does withholding the truth become worse than the consequences of revealing it? Poppy, on the other hand, is a master of control. She understands the power of timing and deception, and she's willing to go to great lengths to keep Finn silent. The real concern is, what is she so afraid of? What devastating secret is she hiding that could blow everything apart? The Forrester power struggle, a battle of strategy. Back at Forrester Creations, the intensity reaches an all-time high as Eric Forrester, Ridge Forrester, and Steffy Forrester Finnegan convene for a crucial strategy session. This isn't just about business, it's personal. Carter Walton's growing defiance, coupled with Hope Logan's relentless ambition, has put the Forresters on edge. While Steffy and Daphne Rose have already been working behind the scenes to counteract the threat, Eric and Ridge realize that they need a different approach. They need a strategy that will not only protect their empire, but also expose the vulnerabilities in their opponents. This isn't just another corporate battle, it's a war of influence. The question is, who will strike first? If Hope and Carter anticipate the Forresters' next move, they might be able to outmaneuver them. But Ridge and Eric are seasoned players, they've faced betrayal before, and they know how to turn the tide in their favor. The problem is, can they get ahead before Carter and Hope solidify their grip on the future of Forrester Creations? Ridge's growing frustration, a man on the edge. Ridge has always been a man of conviction, and when it comes to Forrester Creations, he refuses to let anyone stand in the way of what's best for the family legacy. His patience with Carter is running dangerously thin. No matter how much he tries to talk sense into him, Carter remains steadfast in his decisions. However, Ridge isn't blind, he sees the cracks in Carter's resolve. The moment Ridge leaves Forrester Creations, he heads straight home to update his loved ones. The weight of his conversation with Carter lingers heavily, and it becomes clear that something has to give. Carter is no longer just a trusted associate, he's a liability. And Ridge isn't the type to sit back and watch his family's company slip through his fingers. He's already calculating his next move, and it's only a matter of time before Carter finds himself cornered. Hope Logan's true intentions, a calculated game. Meanwhile, Hope Logan is on the defensive. While she may appear composed, underneath that calm exterior is a woman desperate to maintain control. After all, this isn't just about her relationship with Carter, this is about power, leverage, and ensuring that Steffy doesn't gain the upper hand. Hope has spent years carefully crafting her image, but when Ridge exits the picture, she wastes no time in shifting gears. If there's one thing Hope knows how to do, it's adapt. And right now, she knows she has to keep Carter right where she wants him. The moment Ridge is gone, one can almost imagine Hope turning on her signature charm, using every trick in the book to ensure that Carter remains loyal to her cause. But is Carter as devoted as Hope believes? Or is he slowly beginning to realize that he's merely a pawn in her bigger plan? The cracks in their partnership may not be visible just yet, but rest assured, they're forming. A misguided savior complex, Hope's conversation with Brooke. Earlier in the episode, Hope had sought out Brooke Logan for guidance, hoping for reassurance that she was doing the right thing. Instead, the conversation left her with more determination than ever. Hope clung to the idea that she was somehow saving Carter from the Forresters. But in truth, was she actually saving him, or was she manipulating him for her own benefit? Brooke, ever the voice of reason, tried to make Hope see Carter's side of things, but Hope wasn't willing to hear it. Instead, she doubled down, convinced that she was doing what was necessary, not just for Carter, but for herself. This is about more than just romance, it's about control. And Hope Logan doesn't intend to lose. Carter's guilt and a looming betrayal. On the surface, Carter seems like a man in control, but internally, the guilt is eating away at him. He knows the decisions he's making are causing ripples, but rather than admit he's in too deep, he chooses to push forward. He tells himself that he's standing firm, that he's making his own choices, but deep down, there's doubt. Ridge can see it. Eric can see it. Even Steffy can see it. The question is, how long before Carter himself acknowledges it? The pressure is mounting, and it's only a matter of time before something snaps. Will Carter finally break away from Hope's influence, or will he go down with her? Final thoughts, the calm before the storm. As the episode unfolds, one thing is clear, this is just the beginning. Ridge is gearing up for battle, Hope is holding on to Carter for dear life, and Finn is on the verge of making a decision that could alter everything. And with Luna and Remy's story brewing on the sidelines, there are still countless surprises in store. Who will come out on top? Will Ridge outmaneuver Carter before it's too late? Can Finn finally break free from Poppy's control? And what shocking secrets are still waiting to be uncovered? Next, we're unraveling the drama that's about to explode on The Bold and the Beautiful as Finn's long-held secret finally comes to light. This revelation is set to shake up his marriage with Steffy Forrester in ways he never anticipated. Let's dive into the explosive twists that will leave Finn questioning everything. Ridge Forrester steps in. Will he push Steffy to leave Finn? As Finn's world crumbles around him, Ridge Forrester will likely step in to protect his daughter. Ridge has never been one to hold back when it comes to voicing his opinions, especially when it involves Steffy's well-being. With this revelation that Luna Nozawa is Finn's biological daughter, and the messy history behind it, Ridge may see no other choice but to push Steffy to walk away from her husband. To Ridge, this situation is far more than just a shocking family secret, it's another betrayal, another reason to question Finn's role in Steffy's life. If Steffy had any doubts about how to handle the situation, Ridge's influence could be the deciding factor. Could this be the moment that fractures Finn and Steffy's relationship beyond repair? Or will Steffy find a way to navigate through the chaos without completely giving up on her marriage? Steffy's shock turns to fury, the real reason she's angry at Finn. Finn may have feared Steffy's reaction, but he never could have prepared for what truly sets her off. Surprisingly, Steffy isn't just furious about the revelation itself, she's enraged by the way Finn handled it. For days, Finn walked around in emotional turmoil, carrying this secret like a weight on his shoulders. Yet, he still managed to go through the motions of their anniversary, playing the role of a devoted husband while withholding the truth. To Steffy, this isn't just about Luna being his daughter, it's about Finn's unwillingness to be upfront with her. Steffy, who has always valued honesty, even when it's painful, sees this as a major breach of trust. How could Finn have looked her in the eyes, shared intimate moments with her, and still chosen to delay telling her something this monumental? That, more than anything, fuels her anger and disappointment. A dark past resurfaces, the weight of Finn's actions. Finn had a feeling that this news would be too much for Steffy, and he wasn't wrong. With her children at the forefront of her mind, Steffy now has a difficult reality to process. Her son, Hayes Forrester Finnegan, now has a half-sister tied to a family with a history of scandal and deception. This situation brings back painful memories for Steffy. She's no stranger to dealing with complicated paternity situations. After all, her past with Liam Spencer and his father Bill Spencer forced her to take multiple paternity tests to confirm the father of her children. But this is different. This time, it's not about her, it's about the man she trusted completely. The idea that Finn has unknowingly brought more chaos into their family shakes her to the core. And with Luna's own questionable past, including her accidental killing of R.J. Forrester's former friend, it only adds another layer of danger and uncertainty. Could this connection between Hayes and Luna be a burden too heavy for Steffy to accept? Finn's guilt and Steffy's growing doubts. Even before Finn confesses, Steffy can sense that something is weighing him down. She sees the way he walks around in a fog of anxiety, the way he hesitates when she asks him what's wrong. At first, she assumes it's work stress or something minor, but when she presses harder, Finn finally breaks. He tells her the truth, but the moment the words leave his lips, he knows there's no turning back. Steffy's face says it all. The shock, the disbelief, and then the slow-burning fury. Finn isn't sure which is worse, her silence or the storm he knows is coming. Poppy Nozawa's warning, a desperate attempt to control the narrative. Poppy Nozawa has been relentless in her attempts to keep Finn quiet. She warned him again and again, but Finn refused to listen. To him, telling Steffy was not just a necessity, it was the only way to move forward. But Poppy saw things differently. For Poppy, this secret isn't just about Finn. It's about her past, her choices, and the potential fallout with Lee Finnegan. She knows that once the truth is out, there will be no way to mend the fragile relationship she's been trying to rebuild with Lee. But Poppy's biggest concern isn't Lee, it's how this revelation will affect her own reputation. If the world sees her as the woman who took advantage of Finn's father, it could destroy everything she's worked so hard to protect. A family in ruins, the fallout between Poppy, Finn, and Lee Finnegan. Poppy's relationship with Lee Finnegan has always been strained, but this revelation could be the final nail in the coffin. While Finn may not be Lee's biological son, she has always seen him as her own. And now, she's forced to confront the fact that the woman she's been trying to reconnect with has dragged Finn into yet another scandal. To Lee and Steffy, the circumstances surrounding Luna's conception are deeply unsettling. Even though Finn and Luna are not blood-related, the way this situation has unfolded leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Could this be the end of any possible reconciliation between Poppy and Lee? Finn's regret, a moment of reflection. Finn may have practiced his speech in the mirror, rehearsed his words to inanimate objects in an attempt to make it sound right, but in the end, nothing could have prepared him for Steffy's reaction. As he watches his wife process the truth, he can't help but wonder if he made the wrong choice. Maybe Poppy was right. Maybe he should have kept this secret buried. Because now, as he sees the hurt in Steffy's eyes, he realizes that there's no taking it back. The question remains, what will Steffy do now? Will she stand by Finn despite everything, or is this the beginning of the end for their marriage? And with Ridge breathing down her neck, will she be pressured into making a choice she might later regret? Final thoughts, a future in jeopardy. This revelation isn't just about Finn, Poppy, or even Luna, it's about the future of Finn and Steffy's family. As they navigate the emotional wreckage, one thing is certain, The Bold and the Beautiful is about to deliver one of its most intense showdowns yet. Will Steffy find a way to forgive Finn, or will she walk away for good? What role will Ridge play in her decision? And what consequences will Poppy face for her part in this deception? Next, we're diving into a storyline that's about to shake up The Bold and the Beautiful. Deacon Sharp is about to face a difficult decision as Remy Price makes a dramatic return, bringing with him a shocking proposition. Can Deacon afford to take another risk, or will his past mistakes come back to haunt him? Let's break it all down. Sheila Sharp's unexpected influence on Deacon's decision before Deacon can fully process Remy's request. Another wild card enters the mix, Sheila Sharp. While Sheila has been working hard to carve out a new life, her past is far from forgotten. Her history of deception, manipulation, and even violent tendencies should have made her persona non grata in Il Giardino, yet Deacon gave her a second chance. This is exactly what Remy latches onto when pleading his case. If Deacon was willing to overlook Sheila's dark past and let her work at the restaurant, why can't he do the same for him? This argument puts Deacon in a tight spot. Sheila herself might even step in, offering her own take on the situation. Perhaps she sees a reflection of her own struggle in Remy and tries to persuade Deacon to show some leniency. Sheila's opinion could go either way. Will she stand up for Remy and push Deacon toward forgiveness? Or will she see him as a threat that could undo all the progress she's made? The weight of Sheila's words will play a major role in Deacon's final decision. Remy's desperate attempt to rebuild his reputation. Remy Price is nothing if not persistent. After escaping serious consequences for his past actions, he's back on the hunt for a new opportunity, and his first stop is Il Giardino. He knows that Deacon is his best bet at redemption, but convincing him won't be easy. On the surface, Remy appears genuinely remorseful. He walks into Il Giardino, his usual cocky demeanor subdued, presenting himself as someone who has learned from his mistakes. But has he really? Or is this just another performance from a master manipulator? Deacon is no fool, he's well aware of Remy's troubled history. Giving him another chance means taking a risk that could damage Il Giardino's already fragile reputation. Yet, despite his instincts telling him to say no, a part of Deacon wonders if Remy deserves the opportunity to turn his life around. After all, Deacon himself has been in a similar position, desperate for redemption when no one else would give him a shot. Deacon's inner conflict, can he take another risk? The pressure on Deacon is mounting. He's worked hard to build Il Giardino into something respectable, but past scandals continue to haunt him. Hiring Remy would undoubtedly be a gamble, one that could backfire in the worst way possible. Deacon has already been through enough turmoil. The restaurant has become a place where people seek second chances, but how many risks can he really afford to take? If Remy stirs up more trouble, it won't just be his job on the line, it could be Il Giardino's entire future. There's also the issue of Elector Forrester. If she hears about Remy trying to weasel his way back into Deacon's good graces, she won't stay quiet. Deacon could find himself caught between his moral instincts and a brewing storm that could end in legal trouble. The scandal that nearly destroyed Remy. Before Remy disappeared from the scene, he left a trail of destruction in his wake. His unhealthy fixation on Elector Forrester was disturbing enough, but it escalated into something far worse. His involvement in a deep fake photo scandal nearly destroyed Elector's reputation, making it impossible for her to feel safe. When Electra realized just how dangerous Remy had become, she wasted no time in taking action. This led to a dramatic pursuit, ending in a shocking confrontation with Will Spencer. Ultimately, Remy was apprehended, and for a moment, it seemed as though justice had been served. However, Remy somehow managed to avoid major repercussions. Whether it was legal loopholes or simply good luck, he walked away with little more than a slap on the wrist. Now, he's back, expecting Deacon to be the one to offer him a lifeline. But does he really deserve it? Electra Forrester's next move, will she strike back? If Deacon even considers rehiring Remy, he should brace himself for a fiery backlash from Electra. She has no reason to believe that Remy has changed, and she won't take kindly to seeing him anywhere near Il Giardino. Electra may even take matters into her own hands. Could she go to Will Spencer for help in making sure Remy stays out of the picture? Or will she use her own connections to apply pressure on Deacon? Either way, one thing is certain, if Remy thinks he can slide back into his old life without consequences, he's sorely mistaken. Deacon's dilemma, mercy or consequences? As the episode unfolds, Deacon finds himself caught between two paths. On one hand, he knows that giving Remy another shot could be a massive mistake. But on the other, he remembers what it felt like to be the outcast, struggling to convince people that he could change. Is Remy truly sorry for what he's done, or is this just another one of his manipulative tactics? Does Deacon take the risk and give him a chance to prove himself, or does he slam the door shut for good? With Sheila adding her own voice to the mix and Electra possibly plotting her next move, Deacon is about to make a decision that could change everything. Will he stick to his gut and keep Remy out, or will he take yet another gamble that could either pay off or lead to disaster? Final thoughts, the calm before the storm. As Remy makes his return, the tension in The Bold and the Beautiful is about to reach new heights. Will Deacon make the right call, or will his history of offering second chances backfire once again? How will Sheila and Electra react to the news?